Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elevate Your Business. I'm Ed Jurecki, and I'm thrilled to guide you through today's episode. It's designed to inspire and empower you on your journey to business success. Today, we're excited to welcome a passionate advocate for small nonprofits and community caregivers, Shashana Kaplan. Alongside her husband, Chris, Shashana is a co-founder of PIFster.org, an innovative platform that's changing the game for charitable giving. Driven by a desire to level the playing field for smaller nonprofits, they created PIFster.org to ensure these organizations get their fair share of support. With a unique $1 per month crowdfunding model and a rigorous vetting process, PIFster.org is making charitable giving accessible to everyone while ensuring transparency and impact. Beyond their work with PIFster.org, our guest actively supports their community by stocking homeless shelter refrigerators and maintaining a vegetable garden. Their mission is clear: to support the real caregivers in our communities and show the public how easy it is to make a difference. Please join me in welcoming the co-founder of PIFster.org, a true champion for grassroots charities and support, Shashana Kaplan.
Good
Shashana,
morning.
it's
Good
wonderful to
morning.
see you again. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it is my pleasure and my honor. What you're doing is absolutely incredible. So to start with, could you share a little bit more about your business and yourself?
Sure. So I was a makeup artist, a union makeup artist in the film and entertainment industry for 36. Devastated a lot of people, a lot of communities, as we know. And in my neighborhood particularly, it was a hot spot, but we have a lot of elderly in our communities. And it just seemed that the nonprofits, there wasn't much support for the people that were suffering. Kids were left behind, they weren't going to school, the elderly had no way to socialize or just stay healthy, go to doctor's appointments. And I don't know, it was kind of crazy. And a few months into COVID, we noticed smaller nonprofits coming through and spending time with our elderly and bringing families games that they could play together. And, there's 1.8 million nonprofits in America. I didn't realize that there were these small mom and pop nonprofits. And most of these nonprofits are run by someone who had suffered a trauma of their own and vowed no one else would go through what they went through. But I've never heard of them. And they were amazing. They came in, they spent time with our seniors, they took them to doctor's appointments, they brought them groceries, they brought the kids, families, games. I mean, it was really something. And my husband and I were so moved. We thought, well, I want to spend time supporting these little nonprofits that just don't have a voice in this giant pool. And I remember saying to my husband, if I had $1 for everybody that cared about these things, we wouldn't have these problems. And my husband said, hey, I think you're onto something there. Let's do an app where people could donate $1. And I was like, I don't know how to do an app. I don't even know how that would work. And for the next year, we sat down and we figured out how we could do this. And we came up with PIFster at app.pifster.org, and we crowdsourced $1 a month donations. Our PIFsters, our users, suggest where to pay it forward because they're in their own communities and they see the needs of their own communities. So this works all over America. And they go through a vetting, the suggestions go through a vetting, and then 4 different causes end up on the app every single month where we vote. And whoever gets the most votes gets the monthly dollar accumulations. We've been going for about 19 months now, and it has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. We've helped seniors, we have helped, goodness, veterans, we have helped single mothers, we have helped children with learning disabilities, we have helped dogs, cats, of course, horses, just so many things. And it's just been so rewarding, and I love talking about it. So I'm going to stop there so that you
Oh,
can.
you're fine. You are absolutely fine. It is just a wonderful mission that you're on. I love the fact that you've actually created from scratch your own app to support your vision and your mission. What an incredible solution.
Yeah,
And
well, because
so
there's
the next,
nothing else out there that's like it.
yeah,
There's GoFundMe, but they take a big percentage and they don't vet as hard as we do. And they're not as transparent as we are. You always know where your dollar is when you donate $1 on the app. It will say you donated $1, it goes into the community fund, and then we make videos showing your money doing what you vote it to do in the end. So that way you know for sure what your money's being used for.
that's absolutely outstanding. I can't wait for this to continue to grow and to see where you can go with it. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
So how do you define success today?
Oh, success. I used to think that when PIFster has a bunch of dollar donors, that's when I'll be successful. And yes, when PIFster does have a bunch of dollar donors, we will. But really, I want people to have the mindset of paying it forward. I want people to be PIFsters. I want people to know how easy it is to pay it forward, to open the door for somebody, to smile to somebody, and also to recognize these community caregivers because they're really the glue in our communities. We need to support them. And so that to me, when people start to have that pipster mindset and to make maybe a video saying I'm a pipster and I'm proud, that would be the moment for success for me.
Outstanding. And of course, you spent 36 years in the entertainment industry. And so you probably definitely evolved your definition of success. Where was it? How has it evolved?
Well, it's funny in the film industry, you're only as good as the last job you worked on. So if you're not working and then you're not sure if you're successful and or if you're ever going to work again, because you'll do an 8-week job and then you're done and you have to look for another job. So, it was more ego driven then. Today, my whole mindset has changed because I just want to help people. And I did as a makeup artist as well. I mean, I realized that that is the common denominator from being a makeup artist to what I'm doing now is I've always invested in other people, whether I was their cheerleader or I made them beautiful or I facilitated a character. I'm still doing the same thing. I'm cheerleading our caregivers now.
The entertainment industry, I can only, view it from the outside in, but I've only had a couple of interactions with businesses within that industry. And I have to say, they were the most abrupt and of any other industry that I've been associated with.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of tough industries out there. So I just found that really intriguing.
Yeah.
And I was very gracious in each one of my responses to the people that I was working to connect with. But I just found that really interesting. That has to be just an incredibly challenging industry, especially like you said, you could be on a job for 8 weeks and then off to finding another one. So what an incredibly challenging career. Reminds me of some of corporate America.
Yeah, it was challenging. And also because there's these microclimates of environments where people just yes you, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So people don't have a reality check on being normal, being polite, being gracious, being respectful, because everybody says yes to these people. And I say these people, I mean, actors, producers, directors,
Yeah.
above the line,
Yep.
it's just and they don't get a reality check and they don't yeah. Yes. So, that's just how the job goes. It's just what it is. So, yes, I understand you saying that it was abrupt. They are, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ego over compassion. Interesting,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So with all that said, challenges and lessons learned. This journey is not an easy challenge, especially in the transition that you made from this 36-year long career to owning your own business today and it being a pay it forward business on top of that. What are one or two of those key challenges and the lessons learned to pass along to our audience?
Wow. Well, there's quite a few. Let's see if I could narrow it down. So, I have learned to stay passionate. I'm also a Christian, so I also lean on God, my faith, which keeps me going, but adapt and learn and be passionate about what you're doing because you've got to love what you're doing. You just got to love it so that you wake up in the morning and you're happy about what you're doing because that will keep you going, but adapt and learn because things change. When we first started PIFster, we only had a downloadable app. So, and then we found that a lot of people didn't want to download an app. So we had to adapt. So now we have an online app that's linked to the downloadable app. So of course, adapt and learn. So I think those are the two things. Oh, and I think I'd mentioned once before, there was this amazing speaker named Allison Levine, who was one of the first women's groups to climb Mount Everest. And she was giving a speech once, and she was saying that, their daily things that they would do is they would climb up 17,000 feet and then have to come back down and spend the night, and then climb up 18,000 feet and have to come back down. And the biggest lesson that she learned from that was that even if you're not going in the direction you think you should be going, you're still moving forward. And that really resonated with me
Yeah.
because, in those moments where you think, oh, this is overwhelming, or I'm not going to overcome this, or I don't know how to overcome this, you're still heading in the right direction. Just keep going, and stay passionate and adapt and learn.
My audience is probably tired of hearing me say this a little bit, but learn from the past and keep moving forward.
Yes.
And the second mantra is small incremental improvements over time equals massive gains.
I say this to my husband all the time. These little things, they're just little stepping stones, but soon we're going to have a great foundation to leap from. I say that all the time. Yes.
Outstanding. And so from there, innovation and building your new app is a core from a technology, communication, relationship development perspective. But what, from your perspective, are you leveraging most to drive your business and your life success?
What am I leveraging most? Well, I guess my free exposure. I'm doing a lot of guesting on podcasts. It's a passion project. So, we have Google is now giving nonprofits $10,000 a month free advertising. So that is amazing, though your
Yeah,
website has to fit
that
their
is awesome.
criteria. Yeah, so we're utilizing that and just collabing with other nonprofits. I love spending time with these amazing warriors in my neighborhood. Again, it's that PIFster mindset that has become my lifestyle. I spend time, there is a great organization called She Is Hope, which is run by this amazing woman named Tisha, and it's for struggling single mothers. And every weekend, this woman is stocking refrigerators of homeless shelters. And it's a blast to go out with her on the weekends. We go to, the grocery stores and they give us boxes and boxes of food. And it's just so rewarding to bring all of this food to these homeless shelters
Wow,
because they
that
need
is
it.
incredible.
They need it.
That is absolutely incredible. Thank you and congratulations for that. I think that is a wonderful mission. And
Thank you.
the person you mentioned, shout out to her because this is not it's not an easy journey and it does take time, energy, and effort to make these happen. But the
Yes.
care and compassion for the people that need it, I absolutely love that. So
Yes.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. She's amazing. I just love her enthusiasm, and her pipster mentality is infectious. So it's just fun to be it's like having an army of caregivers. There's nothing we can't do with that mindset. You start to feel like you could just overcome everything. And we're stocking the refrigerators.
Outstanding. Absolutely love it. Final takeaway for our audience. If there's one thing that you would pass along to them, say you really must consider as part of your life and business success, what would that be?
I would say that your passion is more important than your dollars. Be passionate, because you're going to be doing this for a long time. And to be successful, you have to want it. You have to live it. It becomes your identity. So be passionate, be a good person, pay it forward, and just always pay it back as well. I think that's
Outstanding.
really, yeah, that's important. And it's way more important than the dollars. And that will make you successful because people will see that you are authentically a good person. And who doesn't want to support a good person?
As I work with people, that is exactly the message that I give them. Having your business vision, mission, values, and goals set is incredibly important. But what's going to
Yes.
get you through the challenges and achieving your vision, mission, values, and goals is going to be the passion. What's your
Yes.
personal North Star that's going to carry you through those challenges and
Yes.
allow you to persevere?
And be consistent, Stay with it. Just know that everything that you're doing are just planting seeds, and the garden is going to need watering and the soil is going to need tilling. So just be consistent and watch these amazing fruitful things come from the seeds that you are planting.
Absolutely love it. Any final messages?
Become a pifster today. Donate $1.
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
people stay passionate, and just know that in every business that you're in, there's always a way to pay it forward. Always.
Yeah, absolutely love that.
And our web address is pifster.org, and our app is app.pifster.org. Just check us out.
Outstanding. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
I want
Thank
to
you.
thank you all for joining us today, with a special thanks to Shashana Kaplan for sharing her insights and success tactics. We hope you feel inspired and motivated to tackle entrepreneurial challenges with innovation and adaptability. Remember, success is personal. Define it for yourself. But remember, embrace change, seek growth, and adapt to the ever-evolving business landscape. Thanks again to Shashana and to all of our listeners, and we'll see you next time as we continue exploring more stories from incredible entrepreneurs. Stay resilient, stay innovative, and have a wonderful day, everybody.